The evolution of Korean drama series. Korean television dramas began in the mid-20th century and have undergone dramatic transformations. The first K-drama aired in the early 1960s. In the 1960s and 1970s, as TV sets became widespread, broadcasters, KBS, TBC, MBC, rolled out family-oriented serials and one-act plays. Early hits included socially resonant series like The Frog Husband, 1969. By the 1980s, color TV, introduced in 1980, expanded production scale. Star screenwriters like Kim Soo-hyun dominated ratings with family sagas, Love and Truth, 1984. This era saw sweeping historical epics, e.g. Sandcastle, 1988, and influential daily dramas. The 1990s were a heyday of youth-oriented romance and melodrama. Hits like Jealousy and Sandglass captured urban viewers, while comedies like What's Love drew massive audiences. Critically, the late 90s marked the first Korean wave, Hallyu. Abroad, Japanese and Chinese fans embraced dramas like What Is Love All About? 1991, and Star in My Heart, 1997. The relaxed censorship of post-dictatorship Korea, early 1990s, enabled more modern and daring storytelling. In the 2000s, K-dramas became a global export. The 2002 romance Winter Sonata, starring Bae Young-joon and Choi Ji-woo, ignited huge popularity in Japan. Saguk, historical, dramas like Jewel in the Palace, 2003, broke export records, being sold to 60-plus countries and even drawing 80% viewership in places like Iran. Contemporary hits spanned genres, melodramas, Autumn in My Heart, My Name is Kim Soo-hyun, and crime procedurals. Late 2000s soap operas about betrayal and revenge, My Man's Woman, Temptation of Wife, were immensely popular. The 2010s saw the romance fantasy boom. Series blended fairytale elements with modern love stories. Young stars, Lee Min-ho, Song Joong-ki, Park Shin-hye, etc., led hit dramas, The Heirs, Goblin, Descendants of the Sun. For example, the comedy romance My Love from the Star sparked a so-called chicken and beer craze in China. Cable networks, TVN, JTBC, also rose, with unconventional hits like Reply 1997 and Miss Sarang earning record ratings. Historically themed dramas waned mid-decade, but genre bending continued, mixing sci-fi, horror, etc. In the 2020s, Korean dramas entered a true streaming era. Global hits like Squid Game, 2021, and Kingdom, 2019-21, on Netflix reached worldwide audiences, with Squid Game released in 190 countries. Series such as Crash Landing on You, 2019, and Itaewon Class, 2020, also became international sensations. To meet overseas demand, Korean networks and producers explored new genres, crime thrillers, fantasy, sci-fi, and strong female leads, e.g. It's Okay to Be Okay. The South Korean government increasingly promotes K-dramas as a major cultural export, reflecting their economic impact. The Hallyu wave and global influence. Since the 1990s, Korean dramas have been central to Hallyu, the Korean wave of pop culture. Initial regional success, East-Southeast Asia, with series like Winter Sonata and Daejang-jeom led to surging popularity abroad. In the 2010s and 2020s, globalization and streaming cemented this. For example, after Netflix's Korea launch in 2016, shows like Kingdom and Squid Game exploded internationally. As of 2025, Netflix reported that more than 80% of its 300 million subscribers have watched at least one Korean title, making K-content its most-watched non-US genre. Economically, Korean TV exports have soared. In 2022 overseas sales hit $561 million, a 30% increase, now rivaling high-tech exports. The appeal of K-dramas has boosted tourism and soft power. Scenes in Japan and China spur travel and cultural interest. Government initiatives, even under President Kim Young-sam in the 1990s, have historically supported cultural exports, and Hallyu is now a deliberate economic strategy. Key genres and thematic shifts, romance and family melodramas remain staples of K-dramas, emphasizing Confucian values of love, duty, and kinship. Over time, popular genres expanded dramatically. In bullets, Romantic melodrama. From tearful family dramas to light rom-coms, love stories dominate. Examples include Boys Over Flowers, 2009, and Crash Landing on You, 2019. Protagonists often idealize the one true love quest. Historical, Saguk period dramas, Joseon or earlier, like Jewel in the Palace and Kingdom, are globally popular. They combine authentic costume culture with universal themes. Fantasy romance fusion. In the 2010s, series blended romance with supernatural or fairy tale elements. Shows like Goblin or My Love from the Star feature ghouls, aliens, or magic entwined with love stories. Foreign viewers call this genre blending. Thrillers horror. With streaming's creative freedom, darker genres have risen. Violent suspenseful series, Squid Game, Sweet Home, Moving, engage new audiences. Fans note these shows as major changes from older comfort dramas. Procedurals and slice of life, crime and medical dramas, Signal, Quiz of God, Hospital Playlist, have grown, reflecting Western influence. Realistic takes on workplace life, Misareng, or Youth, Reply 1988, also became hits. New themes. Modern K-dramas now tackle social issues, mental health, class inequality, women's roles, more openly. For instance, The World of the Married, 2020, offered a raw look at marriage and infidelity, and series like Kill It or Itaewon Class foreground strong female leads. Image. Poster for the 2023 Saguk romance series My Dearest, exemplifying K-drama's lush romantic aesthetic. Credit. MBCCC-BYSA. Influence of streaming platforms. Online platforms have transformed K-drama's reach and production. In the early 2010s, legal sites like Viki and, now defunct, Drama Fever made subtitled K-dramas widely accessible abroad. Netflix's 2016 entry into Korea was pivotal. By offering local shows with subtitles dubbing worldwide, it turned regional hits into global phenomena. Netflix originals, Kingdom in 2019, Squid Game in 2021, shattered records. Concurrently, Netflix invested billions in Korean content. Other OTTs followed suit. Amazon Prime launched its first Korean original in 2017, and Disney+, Apple TV+, Paramount Plus now co-produce or license K-dramas. Streaming has raised production values, larger budgets, cinematic style, but also centralized distribution. Today a significant share of Korean content, over 17% of the global top 500 on Netflix, comes via these platforms. The net effect is unprecedented global viewership. The K-drama genre now ranks second most watched on Netflix worldwide, even as domestic broadcasters see a decline in market share due to streaming competition. Influential creators, actors, and producers, many writers, directors, and stars have driven K-drama's evolution. Notable figures include screenwriters Kim Soo-hyun, known for Descendants of the Sun, Goblin, Park Ji-yoon, Crash Landing on You, Itaewon Class, and Kim Young-hyun, Jumong, Queen Sindik. Prominent directors are Lee Young-bok, Goblin, Mr. Sunshine, and Hwang Dong-hyuk, Squid Game. Top actors like Bae Yong-joon, lead in Winter Sonata, Song Hye-kyo, Autumn in My Heart, Descendants of the Sun, Lee Min-ho, Boys Over Flowers, Song Joong-ki, Sunshine, Hyun Bin, Crash Landing on You, and IU, My Mister, as producer-actress, have all become international faces of K-dramas. Behind the scenes, studios such as CJENM and producers like Kim Jong-hak, of Sandglass fame, helped pioneer large-scale serials. Collectively, these creators and stars have raised the genre's profile. For example, joint ventures, like Netflix's partnerships with local producers, often revolve around bankable Hallyu stars. Unique characteristics of Korean dramas. K-dramas have distinctive production styles and storytelling approaches. Typically each series is led by a single director and writer. This contrasts with Western TV and gives each show a consistent vision and tone. Episodes tend to be 60 to 90 minutes long and the series concise, often 12 to 20 episodes, allowing tightly plotted narratives. By design, Korean dramas often blend multiple genres within one story. They emphasize emotional arcs, strong family ties, friendship and earnest romance are core themes. At the same time, traditional Korean cultural elements, Confucian values, respect for elders, are woven into modern plots, creating a unique blend of East-West storytelling. Production values are exceptionally high, elaborate sets and costumes are common. For example, Yeonjin Daejangyeom Park in Gyeonggi Province serves as a giant open-air studio for historical dramas. Its grand halls, see Bopyeongjeon Hall, illustrate the elaborate backdrops often used in Saguk series.